at some point.
If you saw what he was grabbing, you would stay at the Convent of Mercy Alpha Academy and continue.
Oh my goodness. Simon, so are we gonna have what's his name on Jack? Is he joining us? Yeah. Is he gonna join?
No, I think Jack is in bed.
You can get him out, Colin.
No, listen, it's 12:35 here, and not everybody's stamina.
All right, so we can roll with what we have. Simone, you let me know the countdown. Are you gonna be on, Simone, as well?
And how long are we running for tonight? Just 20 minutes.
Yeah, if so much. Let's see. Keeping it short.
Yeah,
because you guys did the bulk of the work already with the interview.
10, 15,
We're
20.
live. We are live.
So we're live, and we are coming from Studio Orlando. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FanJam. It is like no other, the very final setting for the Vitality League, the very much anticipated finals, right? This is the finals of the finals of them all. Well, not quite, because this is just the semifinals, right? That we're going into, Colin. Keep me honest here. I will be joined by Kurt in a short while to talk more, but now we have Colin here. Colin, before we jump into Vitality, I want to talk a little bit about Suncor. One game canceled. We only had 2 games this week, but 1 game already been canceled, Vixen Fever. And now we are left with 1 game. Canceled due to COVID concerns. Right move? What are your thoughts?
You know what? Australians have always done things their way. They've always been a quite a resilient nation, and they've always been quite also strong in making decisions. So they've taken that decision, and we have to respect it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that, the Lightning games stay on with the Magpies, that I hope that is not being impacted by COVID concerns as well. And I like it. I'm all for it. If this is what it takes to keep the players safe and to somewhat combat the spread of it, I'm all for it. So, yeah. But Colin, let me jump right in, because what we want the viewers to know that earlier today, yourself, Kurt, and Jack were fortunate to interview 4 of the finalists for this weekend in the Vitality League. Rhea from Rhino and Kim from Bath were interviewed by Kurt. We had Mary from Lightning. You interviewed her, and Jack interviewed Kerry from the Thunder. But share with us, without giving too much away, because we are directing our viewers to go see those interviews. By the way, love them, but without getting too much involved or into what you have already discussed with Mary. Talk to us. What are your thoughts about Mary? Do you think she give you the energy like the team is pumped and ready?
Of course.
Yeah.
I've been very lucky and very privileged to have worked with her coach as a player, as being part of the England training or training partner. I've played on the 8 managers. So, I mean, I've played with her a lot. So I know what type of person she is. She's a very, very disciplined.
Right.
She is very meticulous with her planning. And she likes winning. And she's as a coach, she's taken that from her playing days into her coaching days. So
yes.
It is. I think they're very pumped, and also going to be very structured as well, because she knows how to structure her defense to really cut down all forms of attack.
Yeah, she in the interview she presented herself as a woman about her business. That's what I get from her. That vibe, like she's a no nonsense person when she touched that court, and it shows in her game. For the games that I've seen her, she have that craft of wanting to win and must win, right? So I like it. I'm looking forward to it. But what are your thoughts about the lineup? I don't know. You keep me honest here, Colin. Has it always been one play two and one play four and two play three kind of set up? Is that how it has always been?
It's in years. I think they've changed it up just to look. But you know, these 4 teams that are there, they've deserved.
Yes. Yes.
Right now, of all the 4 teams, I love all 4 teams, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
And but Riders have it really hard this season, and even now they're still going through adversities again.
Yeah,
because they're without their ace shooter Donald Wallum. She back in Australia because of a bereavement in her family, and so it is going to be it's going to be a fascinating series, and I also believe this coming up almost like a soap opera. I think there's a twist.
You wanna share that with us, Colin? Because
after the commercial break.
Absolutely. So, Colin, I find it very interesting to see, not that it was doubtful, because we saw how they played Rhinos, that is. They're in there. They are the 4th, right? What is that? Did that come as a shocker? I know you say you like them, but did that surprise you in any way, shape, or form that they inject themselves in that final 4?
An ace shooter, and 2, they're very structured. If you look at their style of play, it's very Australian, like the coach. Dan has learned a lot from his craft, from his time in the Suncorp, from his time as a player, from his time with the AIS. He's learned a lot, and I think almost it's like he's at home here in England, because I'm not gonna lie, the netball community or the netball fraternity has embraced him here.
Yes.
They adore him. So I think he's just gonna let his talent or his team do the work for.
Yeah. I'd love to get Kurt's his introspect of Rhea and Kim, since he was the interviewer for that those 2 sessions. But we watched it.
I'm pleased for Rhea. You know why? Because one of the players that I would look at maybe a year ago or maybe 2 years ago and said, God, I just want to slap this girl. I mean, because you could see the talent, but she was just not. It's like she was not interested. And this is where good coaching, an environment where the players can thrive. And I think that's what Dan has done it successfully well. He has created an environment where the players have learned a lot. And now she's now reaping the benefits of being in the playoff. And she's also in the England long squad as well.
Yeah. I like Kim, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's not the tallest. Yes, I love her. She's not the tallest, but when I tell you she got what is critical, say it again.
It's not the size of the gun.
No. She's not the tallest, and that's where I was heading. But the timing of her game, she mastered that, right? She'll be in that circle and not be the tallest or anywhere close to it, but she's the one coming up with a rebound. You know what I'm saying? So I like that about her game. She's very crafty, and I'm just looking out. I think she's gonna give us something to look forward to in this weekend.
But not only is she on court, she's an exceptional off it.
Yes.
We interviewed her
a couple of weeks ago.
And she was one of the first girls we broke down on our program, and because you could just
real.
Yes, very
Real.
opened up and
Mhm.
let in. And for me, I just adore that. She's a wonderful girl, a wonderful human, and I wish her all the best. I wish all of them we could give them a trophy, but
Yes.
unfortunately, we can't.
Yes, I think Kurt is really deliberate in not joining. I don't think this is all technical difficulties that's causing him not to be here, because he's missing out on some key discussion here with us today, Colin. But nevertheless, we'll carry on with the torch, and where necessary, we will call it a night. But Colin, for me, I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna talk about my final two. I say Bath and Lightning. What are your thoughts?
Bath and
Bath
Lightning.
Bath Lightning.
What
Final
about?
two. No, my final two.
Okay.
Going into
Oh,
grand finals.
all
Yeah.
right. Okay. So you're Bath and Lightning, right?
Yes, yes. That's my final two going into grand finals. Yeah.
It's possible, but then
Hmm.
listen. Manchester Thunder has been coached by a duo of coaches.
Hmm.
Uh, Karen Gregg was an exceptional netballer for England.
Hmm.
And with that, she's turned into an exceptional coach. And the north part of England is known for their hard craft, for their hard work, for their dedication, and stuff. And she embodies all of that. And she's also a very smart person.
Hmm.
As she was a smart player because she was a
Hmm.
goal shooter, and she was a
Yeah.
smart taking that into her coach as well. So
Yeah.
listen. I love what she has done with Manchester because they don't have the big names or the huge name. It's
Hmm.
almost looking, when you go to a fashion, like for instance, you go to a and you're going for the second tier fashion stuff, like the Zara's ones. That
Hmm.
is for me.
Yeah.
The Zara and the Forever 21. But listen, when they're styling up,
Hmm.
yeah, they come good.
Alexander McQueen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to turn like Alexander McQueen.
Yeah. Well, I just want to remind all our viewers that you must watch. It is four epic interviews being done. You cannot afford to miss this. It
Yeah,
is the finals of them all. We had representative from the four teams in the semifinals this weekend. A must-watch Vitality League. I can't tell you enough. So we had Rhea from Rhino, Kim from Bath, Mary from Lightning, and Kerry from Thunder. You must go out and watch it. All right. That's all we will do because with the extended portion of the interview, it's quite a bit for you guys to watch. We will merge and collate all of that and make it into one video and have you just enjoying it. So like
so
me,
before you go, who's
uh-huh.
winning?
The winning, well, because this is the final weekend, that's good. I don't, I think Lightning, I'm picking Lightning to win. And there's something about them that I really like. Um, I know I'm expecting Bath to show up because of experience. But at the same time, I don't know much about Bath. So I'm sticking with my Lightning and I'm sticking with Lightning um, to be the champions. How about you, Colin?
You know what? I on that fence, and I am on that fence, and I'm sitting precariously. It's almost like I'm wearing one of those 1970s big heel disco shoes, and I'm trying to balance on the picket fence because it is just so fascinating because all the
Yes.
teams are evenly matched, um,
Yes.
and realistically, it should be Bath to lose
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
they're the ones, the England representatives. So
Yeah.
it's really technically it should be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
but
I think it's just. Mhm.
before we go, I'd just like to say, um, Sarins, has been exceptional this season as well.
Yes.
Captain,
Yes.
Atkinson, the coach, has been again gem, that has been found here in England. Done really, really well.
Yeah.
Maverick and Wasp, I think they're going to have a chat on Monday morning about their current head coaches. About
They should. They should. Yes. They should, Colin. If I agree with you, nothing for this season on FanJam. If I agree with you with nothing else, it's that the coaches need to be assessed. I don't think the players were properly utilized, or there was much done with Wasp. And I really thought they had a crop of girls that could have done a better job this season. But let's see. Simone, you joined us. Do you have anything to add? Were you listening? Anything to add?
Yes. So the interview with Rhea, very, very good interview. I mean, all four of them were good, but she's a player that I've been watching from the beginning of the season, and I've been saying for me, she looks like one of those players that you expect to be one of the top goal attacks in a few years from now, and not very long. And so when I heard of her call up, when I heard of her call up to the England squad, I wasn't surprised at all. I'm surprised she's on the long squad, but nonetheless, her being a part of the squad is something I expected. The interview, for me, she looks like a powerhouse, That's how Rhea looks to me, and she's built like one as well. Colin likes to talk about wear and tear, and that's how Rhea is built, for wear and tear. So I know it's a team, and they're not gonna have Donnell, so it's gonna be tough, very, very hard for them to get beyond this round. But if they can wiggle their way into the semifinals, there's nothing to stop them from wiggling their way in the finals. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. This season has been just a roller coaster. I mean, why I'm so impressed with Rhinos too is Wallum today I learned that she has screws in her hand. No, it doesn't take a normal or just a regular player to get an injury like that and return and move from 60th to in the top 5 in any league whatsoever. So that for me is an achievement in itself, and that just shows the kind of players that this team, Rhinos, this team is built of. So that's the Rhinos. As it relates to Thunder, for me, Thunder is peaking at the right moment. So their season has been a roller coaster, but towards this back end, they found it. So they're peaking right when it matters the most. And Lightning to a lesser extent. So Lightning and Thunder are actually on the rise, and Bath seem to be not on the fall, but almost like they've peaked. They're past their peak and they're on their way down, which is sad in a sense, because if you're a player and you're on a team and you're winning for the whole season, it's tough to now come towards the back end as the top gun to finish third. I mean, you've beaten all these teams like you're their parent throughout the season, and how to lose to Mavericks, one team, it's like you can't get beyond them, and Mavericks didn't reach the playoff. So for me, these two matches are going to be, yes, I mean, Lightning, from the beginning, you can tell Lightning is a special team. Young, but very special. And if they're consistent, they could actually take this. And for me, any of the 4, Rhinos squeeze into career in the semifinals, so you must have a chance. But I think I am not saying Bath, and I am not going to say Lightning. For me, I don't know. And I'm not even going to try and pick because I want to be surprised. And I would not be surprised if Bath loses that final. Just to the trajectory of how things are looking, I wouldn't be surprised if come finals or even tomorrow, that Bath loses. So they have to be very, 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 very careful. And Mary said something today which I found interesting, that we should be interviewing both of them. When Colin asked her, who is that one player that you are that's tough to go up against? You know who she said? Carrie Almond. Almond
Yeah,
is how is her name pronounced? Almond? I don't even know. But right, so she's that player for Mary who is the tough cookie, and you can tell in her game that she's a tough cookie. So it should be interesting to see providing that, because clearly now in our minds, Lightning has the easiest semi-final based on the placings.
mhm.
But Rhinos is not a walkover team, and Lightning some has a habit of up and down roller coaster. So you don't even know which team going to show up. But they showed up for Bath. So let's just see. It's for me, it's a hard call because it is such a roller coaster, up, down, left, right, kind of a end to the season that you don't even know. So it should be two very good games that I would recommend that everybody sit and watch from
Yeah.
tomorrow.
But we want your final two and then your final team those
All
tomorrow.
right.
You're not
So
getting away from it.
my final two that I would like to see in the finals.
Yes.
They're actually playing each other in the semifinals. I love to see Rhinos and Lightning play the finals, but they're in it. So
Right.
I'm gonna go with the underdog. Sorry, so I'm gonna say Rhinos and Thunder.
Thunder. Okay. Okay. I
And
always
that is
believe
not
that.
that is not that is not me being analytical and looking at the team and to say who I think would win. This
Right.
is more just who I would love to win and be in the final.
Yeah. Well, who I would love to win is nowhere close. They finished seventh, and that's Wasp. Okay.
What?
So that's my love. That's gone.
Yes,
You were
yes.
I was, they say wishful thinking. Yeah. I was,
That's
I was even hoping with that wish.
that's next season.
That's next season to be continued. But I cannot ask you guys enough to tune in to our Facebook and YouTube page. It's FanJam, easy, easy, easy. FanJam Sports. FanJam Sports. You log in, listen to all four interviews. We will have this as a segue that goes right into that, and you'll enjoy. In our closing remarks, guys, anything to add? Um,
well.
I'm just excited for this weekend. Anything?
Season one has been a triumph.
We wrap it up,
It's
but the
it's
season for
it's
FanJam
sad.
isn't over. It's over for Vitality. Because
Vitality.
we still have to
And
continue with Suncorp.
it's so sad, kind of a bittersweet moment that the league is coming to an end, and we won't be able to
Mhm.
be discussing Vitality as much. But
Yeah,
Suncorp is as exciting, and I'm sure there might be movements happening in the Vitality League that we'll be talking about to come,
Absolutely.
and then their international series coming up. So there are going to be a lot of stuff for us to talk about. So no worries. Just to add that the interviews are on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. So once this segment of the program ends, all you have to do is just scroll down on the page, find them, and watch the ladies. We have four very, very good interviews, and I think the pundits did an awesome job. At one point, Colin didn't want to end speaking to Mary.
oh, that's
He
Colin.
wanted to he
That's
wanted to stay
Colin.
with Mary until 6:30 when it's time for us to come on.
Yeah,
But but they're very good interviews, and I when I was happy to see that we could actually get to speak to one player from each of the semifinal teams. So that was
yeah,
good on us and good on the
yes,
pundits. And
yeah,
something to sit, relax, and watch and listen to the ladies
yeah,
speak. But that was very good, and so I'm looking forward to watching them again myself
yeah. So
this
thumbs up.
evening.
So thumbs up to the production team on that. And on that note, we're signing out for today. It was a pleasure chatting with you both. Simone, be on time next time. Kurt dished us, but Colin, you and I carried the torch, right? So
That's all we need.
Until then, thank you
Before
guys.
you go, one thing. Can you guys just, I'm just so happy for Fever. I know we're not talking about it because that game is canceled.
I think we're losing Simone. I think what she alluded to earlier was the fact that Fever, how they started with -12, and look where they're at now. I think that's where she want to go. But Simone, let's save that for next week, right? For another day.
Yes, okay.
Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
gentlemen. Have a good night.
All righty. Have a good
Bye.
one,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye bye.